You become what you think about. Let that sink in, not as a quote, not as a phrase to skim past, but as the truth that shapes every corner of your life. It's not a theory, it's not a maybe, it's not something to believe when you're in a good mood and forget when you're not. It's a law as real as gravity, and it's quietly working for you, or against you, every single day. Now, let me ask you something. What have you been thinking about lately? Not just the scattered noise that passes through your head when you're scrolling, but the consistent, repeated thoughts, the themes, the self-talk, the beliefs you've been feeding yourself day after day, because whatever those thoughts are, that's who you're becoming. And here's the strangest part. Most people will never realize this. They'll live their whole lives chasing things, money, relationships, recognition, without ever stopping to understand that everything they're chasing begins in the mind. That's the secret. That's the twist in the story. You already have the power, but you're waiting for permission. Listen, I don't care where you started. I care where you're headed. You can be from anywhere, from anything. What matters is what you think about now and what you choose to think about next. Let's say it again. You become what you think about, not what you hope for, not what you dream about when you're half asleep. What you consistently, deliberately, repetitively think about. That's your life in motion. If you think mostly about limitations, you'll find them. You'll trip over them in every conversation. You'll see them in every opportunity. But if you think about growth, about possibility, something different happens. You start seeing doors where others see walls. You stop asking, "Can I?" and start asking, "How can I?" Here's the loop most people are caught in, and I want you to really get this. They think average thoughts, so they feel average emotions, so they take average actions, and they get average results, which leads them to think, what? More average thoughts. That's the trap. That's the cycle. But you can break it. You can interrupt the loop right now with a better thought, with a vision so clear it burns in your mind like fire, with a belief so strong it drowns out every ounce of doubt you've been carrying. Because belief is louder than fear if you feed it, if you give it a voice. Let's talk about goals, real goals. Not vague ideas like, I want to be successful, or I just want to be happy. I mean crystal clear targets. I mean, this is what I want, this is where I'm going, and I will not stop until I get there. You set that goal like it's already done. You live as if it's already yours, and then you move relentlessly. Most people never do this. They never even write down what they want. And because they never write it down, they don't believe it. And because they don't believe it, they never act. And because they never act, they wait, and life passes them by. But you've already taken the first step. You're listening, you're learning. That means the seed is there. Now it's time to water it. See, success doesn't come from luck. That's a myth sold by people who gave up. Success comes from alignment. Thought aligned with belief. Belief aligned with action. Action aligned with vision. When those three line up, you move mountains, you reshape your world, and it starts with your thoughts. It's not about thinking positive for 10 minutes in the morning and then complaining for the rest of the day. That's not how it works. It's about what dominates your mind, what lives in your mental spotlight. You are the director. You decide what stays on the stage. You decide what runs the show. Let me give you a picture. Think of your mind like a garden. You are the gardener. Every thought is a seed. Some seeds grow flowers. Others grow weeds. But the garden doesn't care what you plant. It will grow whatever you feed it. That's the mind. That's how powerful, and how dangerous it can be. So what are you planting? Are you feeding it doubt, fear, anxiety, comparison? Or are you feeding it discipline, creativity, confidence, gratitude? Because whatever you plant and whatever you water, that is what your life becomes. No exceptions. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Once you lock in your thinking, once you commit to a vision and refuse to waver, the world begins to respond. Not always immediately, but consistently. Opportunities start appearing. People start showing up. Paths begin to open. Some will call it coincidence. You'll know better. You'll know it's alignment. But be warned, your old patterns will fight back. Your fears, your doubts, your comfort zones, they don't want to let go. They'll whisper, "You're not ready. You're not good enough. Who do you think you are?" And that's your moment. That's your defining point. Because the old you can't take you to the new place. Something has to break.
And it should be the belief that you're not enough. Because you are. Let me remind you again, you become what you think about, and that means you have a power most people never use. You can choose your thoughts, you can train your focus, you can reject the noise and build something stronger inside you. I'm not saying it's easy, but I am saying it's simple. This isn't about hustle culture. This isn't about working 24/7 until you burn out. It's about intentionality. It's about becoming the kind of person who doesn't wait to feel motivated because they already have a mission. It's about waking up every day with direction, with certainty, with a mind that's built for purpose, not just survival. Young or old, rich or broke, introvert or extrovert, it doesn't matter. What matters is this: are you thinking like the person you want to become? Because your life will rise or fall to match your mindset. You are not here to be passive. You are not here to be average. You are here to create, to shape, to live fully. But that journey, it begins and ends in your mind. And the strangest secret of all, it's not strange at all. It's just overlooked. And now that you know, what will you do?